Hi everyone, it's Joey Remenyi here from seekingbalance.com.au. I want to talk today about persistent dizziness and vertigo. What are they? So really, dizziness is an umbrella, more generic term that we use that in fact my young kids say it's busyness, which is kind of funny because dizziness can occur when we're literally busy in life and we can't keep up with ourselves, and our brain and our body are kind of getting these neurological errors. So vertigo is a technical term for dizziness, and vertigo is this sense of movement when we know we're still. And there's a sensory mismatch that perhaps I'm laying down or sitting or standing, but I feel like I'm bopping or swaying or moving or tilting. So to learn a little bit about the inner ear, we have 5 parts to our inner ear organs specifically for capturing balance information. And these capture all the different types of rotations in our semicircular canals. And then in our utricle and our saccule, our otoliths, we pick up on acceleration and deceleration, so starting and stopping movements. We have 2 ears, 5 parts in each, so we have 10 little tiny organelles for understanding and capturing movement information in the body, specifically in the inner ears. And it's separate to hearing, so you can have no balance and perfect hearing, or no hearing and perfect balance. So the vestibular organs are located in the inner ear beside the cochlea for hearing. So just to summarize, dizziness is really a more generic, friendly, non-medical term, which describes vertigo, which is more of a technical term. So there are many different types of vertigo, but they all have that in common, that the messages moving from the inner ear organs through the spine, the body, the eyes, and the brain, somewhere in that circuitry, there is a mismatch, there is a sensory conflict. So perhaps one ear is giving it information of tilting to the left, and the other ear is saying, hang on, I'm standing still. And the brain is saying, I don't know which one to believe, which information is correct. So what can we do about it? When there are error messages coming from the ears, which can happen for any number of reasons, from anatomical damage, like architectural damage within the inner ear itself, many forms of labyrinthitis, neuronitis, BPPV, which is the movement of the crystals in the ears. So BPPV is very common and simple to treat. We just need to move those calcium carbonate crystals back into the otoliths, and we return to normal balance. But sometimes we have Meniere's or migraine or persistent postural perceptual dizziness, 3PD, triple PD, and these are more complicated, complex conditions to work through. So what we need to do is to understand sometimes the inner ear signals are not accurate. Mal de débarquement is another condition that I'm just thinking off the top of my head. And for our balance, we actually use our eyes, and we use our proprioception, which is our body's inner, this is another sensory system within our body to locate and orient ourselves, to feel, sense, and touch the world. So it's through our skin, it's through our muscles. We have these proprioceptive receptors. So if I'm to sway in my chair right now from left to right, my proprioception is telling me where the weight is heavier in my pelvis, on my sitting bones. My proprioception is telling me, is my left shoulder above my left hip, or is it tilting away from it? Is it forward or back? So our proprioception is as important as our vestibular organs. So when people come into my rock steady community because for whatever reason they have this persistent, chronic, ongoing dizziness and vertigo, they are learning how to sharpen their proprioceptive system, their proprioception skills. And we use a lot of body scanning in all sorts of ways throughout the day to harness that and to build that skill set. So just to summarize, you could actually have complete damage to your balance organs. So let's say all 10 organs are completely broken and not working, which is very rare, by the way. I want to say I've never seen it. But technically speaking, you can have absolutely no balance function, and you use your eyes and your proprioception to walk, to move around in daily life. So our eyes, we capture information through our visual system to help us navigate, orient, and understand gradients, slopes, and the texture, contours, and surfaces that we're navigating for stability. So ideally, we have all 3 systems working together: vision, inner ear organs, the vestibular organs, and the touch location proprioception system. So whenever we have any form of persistent sensations of dizziness and chronic vertigo conditions, we need to sharpen our proprioception. It's not so healthy to overly rely on our visual system. That's what can lead to migraines and a lot of heaviness and ache around the head, neck, and shoulders. So we don't want to overly rely on our visual system. We want to be able to do a lot of eyes closed balancing in the body and strengthening our sense of awareness to help us build new maps of steadiness, new maps of groundedness. And I mean neurological maps, how we map our sense of center, ground, and steadiness in the body. We actually recreate those maps after we've had any kind of vestibular insult, damage, or condition. So I want to say it's reversible. Even when there's permanent damage to the vestibular nerve or the vestibular organs, we can rebuild new balance pathways. And that comes through the process of neuroplasticity, through understanding how to get the best out of that brain, body, reflex system. So the vestibular spinal reflexes, the vestibular ocular reflexes through the eyes. And we want to maximize our balance literally by practicing in many different nuanced ways to strengthen head to toe. So yeah, really I want people to know that these conditions are reversible. While you cannot necessarily rebuild permanent damage to a nerve, you can use adjacent healthy nerve fibers that are ready for a new job. So we recruit new balance maps. Basically, we build them from scratch, little by little over time, gently, gently. And my Rocksteady process gives you that methodology so that you're supported and so that you have community as you're navigating that within yourself. So visit seekingbalance.com.au to learn more about my Rocksteady community and to learn more about your vestibular organs and how to reclaim your steadiness. So it's a bye for now.